Michelle Decay asks, "Oh, guys, Michelle is such an amazing person. Trust me. She asks me what kind of prep work do I do before filming my reviews. Well, I of course uh, watch the movie or play the game or watch the TV show just before I do the review to recap my memory, and I think about in my head what iconic lines and catchphrases I'm going to say because I want to make my reviews memorable. I want to give you a review that you guys are going that's going to stick with you guys and not something forgettable or boring. Because when a video underperforms after you put a ton of effort into it, you can't help but feel disappointed. And I don't want to ever let you guys down because you guys are so awesome. You deserve the best content, and so yeah, that's how I plan. But I most of my videos unscripted, to be honest, and can just say what the first thing that comes to my head. And Hockey I1 asks, he is one of the best movie reviewers on YouTube easily. Any TV shows you are currently watching or plan to watch? Well, I have been watching How I Met Your Mother recently on E4, and it's growing on me. And I plan to watch Loki and What If on Disney Plus soon. And Monsters of Work, of course. I mean, I can't miss Monsters at Work. It's based on my favorite Pixar movie, and uh, the uh, ha- and any movies you originally liked but declined your rating. Well, I initially called Dark Phoenix the best X-Men movie and rated it a perfect 5 stars out of 5, but I admit maybe I was a little too kind to it at the time. I was only defending it because I thought people were being unfairly harsh on it, but I still like the movie. I just don't think it's perfect anymore due to I do think the movie is too short, and yeah, what they did to Mystique makes no sense. Uh, but it still has. I mean, still has a lot of good moments that people overlook, and it tried to be different. You know, it focused on Jean Grey and not Logan for a change, and I'd still take it over New Mutants, Origins, and The Last Stand. So I still don't think it's the worst X Men movie as everyone says it is. And movies you disliked origin. Oh, and Jigsaw, I was far too generous to Jigsaw back in 2017. Now I don't like that movie at all. And any movies you originally disliked but like more now. Oh well, uh, uh, yeah, I do like Far From Home more now than I did at the time. You know, I've moved on from my dislike of Jon Favreau. You know, he's still a good guy, even though he made The Lion King, remade The Lion King. I'll forgive him for that. It's just a movie, and happiest memory in my lifetime. Well, all, well, the happiest memory in my life would be when I did volunteering with my mum. That was the most special bonding time with her in 2019, and uh, my favourite place to watch a movie, the cinema, of course. I mean, to those that say cinema's dead and streaming has taken over, that is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, the cinema is still alive and kicking, and I will go back to it soon. And my favourite hobby outside the internet, oh, uh, g- going to the cinema again, and Mr. TARDIS 11 slash Ollie Pajak asks, "Hey Ollie, Ollie is such a lovely man, guys, and he asks my favourite meal, spaghetti bolognese, and will you support Doctor Who after Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall leave? of course, I will always be willing to give Doctor Who a chance, no matter the Doctor or head writer. I mean, it can't get any more rock bottom than season 11 or 12. I just hope series 13 is Jodie Whittaker's best series, and the one that redeems her era. Uh, and Top 10 Lord of the Rings scenes. Oh, magnificent question. My favourite Lord of the Rings scene would be Eowyn confronting the Witch King, and when she goes, "I am no man," that was so badass. And the Battle of Pelennor Fields, the assault on Minas Tirith, and Gandalf's speech to Pippin about death being another path, and the Grey Haven scene, of course, when Frodo makes the decision to leave Middle Earth. I mean, I mean, Frodo dying at the end is, I mean, that is unspeakably heartbreaking. Uh, uh, and then Sam carrying Frodo up to Mount Doom. "I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you." And then Sam versus Shelob. And yeah, I mean, Return of the King has the vast majority of them because it is my favourite of the three, and 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 then uh, the Mines of Moria scenes, especially Gandalf versus the Balrog. "You shall not pass." Then Arwen rescuing Frodo from the ring race. "If you want him, come and claim him." That is way better than Frodo sticking up for himself in the shitty Ralph Bakshi animated Lord of the Rings. I don't care what people say, uh, and uh, and as and then the and then Boromir's death at the end of the Fellowship of the Ring, that gave that movie such a emotional cliffhanger ending. And my favourite scene from the Two Towers would be the flooding of Isengard when the Ents just fuck up Isengard and are like, "Take that, Saruman." And uh, uh, what what else did he ask? Can I give details about my upcoming Dragon trilogy? Yes, for those of you who don't know, I am planning to make a movie trilogy one day known as the Dragon Queen when I become a pr- professional official movie director. Whether it will be animated or live action, I don't know yet. But yes, I'm planning to make a trilogy that's a mother and daughter story with a dragon in it, and it takes place in a fantasy realm. Let's just say I'm still working on the villain and the lore of the world and the events that are going to happen in the movie. So get excited for that in the future. And uh, any films you are thinking of showing us on your channel you directed? Well, my first movie that I uploaded on my channel, Your Imagination, about my drawings coming to life, is on my movies playlist if you wanted to see it, and I do show the Hobbit claymation, but any other homemade movies I direct, I will certainly upload on my channel. Trust me, I don't know why I haven't done that more often. And uh, do you think No Time to Die will be the highest grossing movie of 2021 despite COVID? For sure. I think it will be the first movie to gross over $1 billion this year. I mean, it needs to gross over 900 million to make back its budget, but I have the confidence it will. And now that it's finally being released, it's one of the miracles of 2021. And the international and US trailers got the hype train back on in full swing. And uh, oh, we, my favorite movie soundtracks, the Lion King soundtrack is just godlike, and the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy soundtrack by John Powell is just breathtaking, especially the soundtrack in when Stormfly is flying Astrid and Hiccup through the hidden world, and uh, and the Avatar soundtrack by James Horner. I hope Simon Freeman does a equally great job with the Avatar 2 soundtrack after James Horner's death, and uh, oh, and Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald soundtrack by James Newton Howard is my favourite Wizarding World soundtrack, and especially uh, when when Grindelwald escapes. That and the opening theme to The Crimes of Grindelwald is so chilling, and uh, and the Wonder Woman soundtrack would be and Man of Steel soundtracks would be my favorite of the DCU. Yeah, sorry, John Williams, but Hans Zimmer has the best Superman theme, and my uh, favorites. Uh, how would I rank Ollie's movies? Not including the two Bond movies he made, The Truth Inside and Food Glorious Food. Food Glorious Food would be my personal favourite of your movies, man, as it's the most fun and light-hearted. The Truth Inside is still brilliantly made, though the ending was very upsetting. But yeah, the but you are one expert filmmaker, man, and I love both movies, and moments that made me cry in film. Oh, the ending of How to Train Your Dragon 3 when Hiccup and Toothless and the Birkins and the dragons are forced to part ways for the greater good of man and dragonkind. I mean, yeah, that scene just broke me emotionally, and Mufasa's death in The Lion King, and Lita's backstory in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and the fact that Lisa sacrifices herself at the end to Grindelwald to let Newt and Theseus escape the Lestrange tomb in the final battle, and and the destruction of the Navi home tree in Avatar, Frodo leaving for the Grey Havens and dying at the end of the Return of the King, and oh, and Snape's death in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. For my most emotional Pixar scene, it would be the ending of Monsters Inc., where Sully says goodbye to Boo and is like, "Kitty has to go," and uh, oh, which Harry Potter location would you live in? Oh, I would live in Hogwarts, of course. I mean, because it's a boarding school, you actually get to live there every single day of your life. Uh, you couldn't ask for more, and and oh, wi- uh, what would be your ideal title for Fantastic Beasts 3? Oh, for me, I would title it Rise of the Dumbledore, as it will most likely heavily focused on the Dumbledore family lineage, and we may get a flashback to the three-way duel between Dumbledore, Aberforth, and Grindelwald, in which Ariana, Dumbledore's sister, got involved in. And we know now that Aberforth will be in the third movie, as Richard Coyle has been confirmed to be playing him. And what direction would you want The Last of Us Part 3 to take? Oh, amazing question. I would love Ellie and Abby to become friends in Last of Us Part 3, as uh, of course they were enemies in Last of Us Part 2 after Abby murdered Joel, but so I hope that they can both move on from their rivalry and become closer as characters and work together to take down a more a bigger threat, and and maybe uh, Ellie will become a mother in the third game, and have a daughter of her own or something, and so I hope we don't have to wait too long for that game. Uh, favorite video game? Oh, easy. Detroit Become Human. I have the game right here and have played it again recently. Words can't describe the majesty that is this game. It towers over all the other decision-based games like Until Dawn and Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. Uh, and I I I just think Kara is the uh, best, most sympathetic and badass mother in any video game. I mean, what she goes through to protect her daughter Alice, and the moments between them will make you cry harder than any game. Anybody that gets Kara and Alice killed purposely have no heart, and Marcus's storyline is also epic when he leads the androids to uh, to freedom, to get equality to humans. You can either do this by protesting peacefully or revolution. I always pick revolution because it's the most underrated path for me. It's more fun, and you get an epic final battle in the final level of this game. What's not to like? And you still get a happy ending even if you do pick revolution. And because North Marcus's girlfriend wants it, yeah, she's my crush in the game. And Connor is a really deep character that's goes on a journey from a machine designed to hunt deviants to a deviant who realizes that androids do feel emotions, and plus we get a character who Connor works with, voiced by Mr. Krabs himself, Clancy Brown, and uh, my what's James. Who would I like to be James Bond after Daniel Craig? Maybe Christian Bale. I mean, he pulled off Batman, so surely he can pull off James Bond. And maybe Christian Bale. I mean, he pulled off Batman. Surely he can pull off Mr. Bond too. And uh, how would I rank the Bonds? Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, George Lazenby, and Pierce Brosnan is the worst. Uh, would you review the 50 Slices of Bonding trailer when it goes up? Oh, 1000% yes. I am beyond hyped for that trailer more than any other buddy. Yeah, Ollie has been working on his third movie in his Bond trilogy, 50 Slices of Bonding, and it is going to be epic. I guarantee you. And which animation studio would I like to work for? Uh, well, I would be honoured to work at Disney, and I also wouldn't mind working at DreamWorks or Aardman. And my top 10, top 5 favourite directors. Maybe uh, 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 Patty Jenkins, Catherine Bigelow, James Cameron, Peter Jackson, and Dean DeBloy. Uh, and top 10 favourite movies: Lion King, How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, Wonder Woman, Avatar, and uh, what others? Gosh, that's hard. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, and and I oh I'll need to give some thought into my other choices, but I will let you know later. I promise, buddy. And my top 10 worst movies: the Lion King remake, the Dumbo remake, the 50 Shades trilogy, the Mulan remake, the Aladdin remake, Cuties, Artemis Fowl, and the Emoji Movie, and uh, Are You My Mummy Doctor Who reference. Lol, good one. That was a classic reference to Doctor Who, The Empty Child, and Frozen Fan 2004 asks, is Frozen 2 still your second favourite Disney movie? It sure is, buddy. My thoughts still remain the same 2 years later. And would it be in your top 10 favourite movies? It may be. I'll have to give that some thought, but it most likely will be. And It's still my second favourite movie of 2019. And my most anticipated MCU Phase 4 movies other than Black Widow. Well, uh, for Captain Marvel 2, obviously, and for Love and Thunder, Spider-Man No Way Home, and maybe Doctor Strange 2. I think Black Panther 2 is pointless without Chadwick Boseman, personally. Uh, and uh, and what was the last movie I saw in theaters? Onwards. And what which Warner Brothers movie do you prefer, Wonder Woman or Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald? But both are my favourite Warner Brothers movies ever. But I'd have to give the tiniest edge to Crimes of Grindelwald because I'm that much of a Harry Potter nerd. And what your title for Fantastic Beasts 3, I already answered that. Rise of the Dumbledore. Flaws with Dark Phoenix, now you like it less. I already said the fact that it's too short, and what they did to Raven made little sense. And b- Biggest expectations for No Time to Die. The title sequence. Who is Madeline? Who is Safin? And Hans Zimmer's score, and how uh, Daniel Craig's bombs storyline concludes, and Leia Seydoux says that this one will deliver an emotional punch. Yeah, so I trust her. Favorites uh, movie show uh, where your favorite character is male. Well, the Hobbits. My in the Hobbit, my favorite character would be male. That's Bilbo, and in the Lord of the Rings, my favorite character would be Gollum. Uh, so uh, so that's one example. Uh, and uh, and in Madagascar 3, my favorite character would be Vitali the tiger. Uh, and with most anticipated movies of 2022 besides Fantastic Beasts 3 and Avatar 2, Captain Marvel 2, Aquaman 2, and Turning Red. And My good friend Ollie's movie, 50 Slices of Bonding. And which movie, show, or game came close to getting 5 stars? This is one that I rated 4 stars, but Man of Medan is a game that came close to getting 5 stars. I think that game is extremely underrated, but it's not quite Until Dawn, and could have been longer. It's still better than Little Hope, though. And Do you think the Queen's Gambit will win Emmys? I am confident it will. Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy deserves all the Emmys in the universe for her magnificent performance as Beth Harmon. Lion King or How to Train Your Dragon 3. I mean, both are my favourite movies ever, but I would have to say The Lion King overall. Are you hyped for Doom? Of course I am, especially with a Zendaya in it. And Lemon Line asks, most proudest video. I would I'd have to say my Lion King remake extreme epic rant, because that was the rant I built up to the most and put the most passion into. And Worst TV finale, Game of Thrones. Yeah, that finale destroyed the show. What it did to Daenerys. And Film Buffo 6 asks opinion on Family Guy and American Dad, both classics, but I like Family Guy slightly more. Favorite Disney villain death? Clayton's death in Tarzan. He got the most shocking and ballsy villain death when he accidentally hanged himself on the vine. And opinion on the TV show Dinosaurs. I've never seen it, so I don't have any thoughts yet. Thoughts on Cruella? It's pretty awesome. Easily the best Disney live action remake, and Emma Stone is the best Cruella. And thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home trailer? Already answered that. It's amazing. And just and uh, and Jake asks, what was the first 15 rated movie you ever saw, and what age were you? Oh, great question. Well, the first 15 rated movie I saw was in fact 300, and I was just 13 when I saw it, so slightly underage, but I was all right. And uh, Mackenzie Freeman asks, "What's your favorite Nickelodeon show?" No brainer, SpongeBob. And your favorite Pixar villain? Easy, Hopper from A Bug's Life. Laura from Positive Bluebird asks, Laura is a sweetie pie, guys. What's your favourite Marvel character? Oh, Captain Marvel slash Carol Danvers. She's the queen of the MCU, of course. Uh, and Master Apprentice Reese asks, what do you do outside YouTube? I go on walks, I do artwork, and I do the occasional cooking, and I meet up with family, and I love spending time with animals too. Moments I wish I could relive. Oh, awesome question. I wish I could relive. All the moments I had with my mum, just to spend even more time with her, and treasure the time I had with her even more. My favourite Lord of the Rings character, Precious Gollum, and favourite video on my channel, my Lion King remake Extreme Epic Rant. I think I outdid myself with that video, not to toot my own horn. And Jurassic Park or Indiana Jones. Jurassic Park overall, because dinosaurs I think are cooler than archaeologists. And favourite action scene, final battle of How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World, where Hiccup knocks Grimmauld off the Light Fury, and Hiccup and Grimmauld are falling, and the Light Fury has to rescue both a Toothless and Hiccup at the same time. And uh, what are my religious beliefs? Well, I'm Christian, so I believe in God, and I believe we go to heaven when we pass away, and our family always stay with us and guide us through life. And Deadpool and Hitman, yes, Joker and Who asks, uh, have I played Minecraft? Well, of course I have. And Soul of Food Queen asks, oh, she's lovely, asks, have I seen a Yenta with Barbara Streisand, and do I like it? Yes, that is such a masterpiece, and Barbara Streisand, she's still got it. And uh, Vissa asks, what is the best movie you ever seen? I get that question a lot, but Lion King, the original. And movie I'm most excited about right now, it's Fantastic Beasts 3. And what movie made you cry? Oh, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Lion King, Monsters Inc., Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, all, and Land Before Time, and All Dogs Go to Heaven, all movies that had me bawling my eyes out. And favourite movie in Japan, probably The Last Samurai. And Luke asks, have you seen Gravity Falls and DuckTales 2017? Never seen Gravity Falls, but DuckTales 2017 I think is even better than the original DuckTales, especially with David Tennant voicing Scrooge McDuck. Fred Flintstone or George Jetson? Oh, Fred Flintstone, yabba dabba doo. Thoughts on Michael Keaton returning as Batman in The Flash? That is spectacular news. One of the best Batmans is back, baby. Have you seen Tintin 2011? Yep, it's terrific. I mean, Spielberg and Peter Jackson should collab more often. Most overrated Nickelodeon show, oh, Drake and Josh. Who agrees iCarly is way better? And Zach the Movie and Media Collector asks, is it okay to spoil No Time to Die before it comes out in the US on October 8th? I'll do my best not to give too much away in my review, but I will see it as soon as possible. And uh, uh, T Relation asks top five kids movies on Netflix. Well, there's Troll Hunters, and other than that, other than Troll Hunters, Rise of the Titans, I'm not sure because I haven't really watched a lot of kids movies on Netflix because I'm above that age demographic, so I can't really answer that. Walter Sarasa asks, have you seen the Mel Brooks movies? Not really. I may have seen Robin Hood, but I don't remember. Maya Wilson asked, top five favourite 2000s movies. Oh, a wonderful question. Well, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Monsters Inc., Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and Dinosaur and The Emperor's New Groove. Mitchell K asks, do you play Just Cause 3? No, I don't. Sorry. Never even heard of it. Favourite song in Frozen 2? It was initially Into the Unknown, but now I think it's Show Yourself. Opinion on Titanic? It's electrifying. One of James Cameron's best, second only to Avatar. A favourite American Pie moment when Jim and Nadia are pretending to study and are getting it on in Jim's room in the first movie, and a favourite thing in Grand Theft Auto 5, oh, visiting Juliet and getting to take her for a ride. She's my favourite character in that game. And Have you seen A Quiet Place? I have. I've seen the original, but I've yet to see the sequel. And Have you watched the Hollywood Netflix series? I wasn't aware of it, so not really. A favourite Need for Speed game. Never played any of them, so I have no thoughts on them. For favourite Frozen 2 scene, oh, Elsa crossing the ocean and battling the newt to reach Otter Holland, that was just epic. And favourite House of Train Your Dragon scene, I mean there are too many awesome House of Train Your Dragon scenes, but my favourite would have to be the ending of the third movie when the dragons and the Birkins part ways, and then Astrid and Hiccup are married, and they show their kids to Toothless and the Light Fury and their babies. And Ellie Grand asks, thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Oh, wow, a lot of people want to know my thoughts on this trailer. I will review it, but it is epic. Uh, Ashley's channel asks, thoughts on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I did review that movie earlier this year. It's on my Disney Reviews playlist if you want to see it. And Kevin asks, do you agree I Miss You? The I Miss You song is the only good thing in the Tom and Jerry movie. Totally agree. That's the only saving grace in that bad movie. And we do you agree we should have more people like Amy Adams? I agree. She's an astonishing actress, and she was the best part of The Woman in the Window for sure. Thoughts on Lovely Bones? Yeah, it's easily Peter Jackson's weakest movie, and one of his only movies I don't care for. Biggest child bratzer you've ever seen in film? Oh, probably Augustus Gloop and Willy Wonka. Favorite scene in Series of Unfortunate Events 2000. Favorite scene in Series of Unfortunate Events 2004. Oh, the reptile room. That is the coolest room in Count Olaf's home. And King Triton destroying Ariel's treasures make you sad. Yeah, that was one of the moments in Little Mermaid that made me despise Triton. And Deborah's dishes favourite food, already answered that, pizza. And will you review Sonic the Hedgehog 2 next year? I sure will. I hope it's better than the first movie with the inclusion of Knuckles and Amy and Tails. So that's it for my seventh Q&A. Thank you all so much for the most awesome questions a YouTuber could ever be asked, and I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.